Hello, dear friends. So, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gerald Beya and I'm here to learn Spanish together with you. So, as you can see, I'm using the smartphone application Duolingo. So, let's go. Today, what are we going to learn? We'll learn about community. So, we'll start by looking at the tips. So, the tips of the day community. Yo visito a Juan. Yo visito a Juan means that I am visiting Juan. When you're talking about people in Spanish, you should always add a between the verb and the person you are mentioning. So we have two examples here. Let's
Yo
listen to
siempre
them.
visito el museo.
Yo siempre visito el museo.
Yo siempre visito el museo.
Museo. So the S sounds a little bit like a Z here.
Yo siempre visito el museo.
Museo. It's not a museo, but museo. Sometimes the S sounds like just like a normal S. For example, la música. It's not a música. And sometimes the Z sounds like an S. So we have to be careful in Spanish.
Yo siempre visito el museo.
Yo siempre visito el museo. However, when you talk about a person like we just read, you have to use this, let's say, this preposition a.
Yo visito a Juan.
Yo visito a Juan. So I am visiting Juan. Okay, that's good to know. And special verbs. Some verbs are special only in the yo form, while all the other forms follow the regular patterns. So this is something that we haven't seen till now. So conocer, it's to know. Here I see that it can also mean uh, to meet. Encontrar, I think it's more to meet, but conocer, it says it's also to meet. So yo conozco,
Conozco. Conozco.
yo conozco, conozco, and
Conoces.
conoces. So that's how
Conoces.
it's different
Conozco.
because normally we just take the er away, we just put an o. It should be conoco. It should be conoco normally, but there is this rule in Spanish that just for the pronoun yo, you have to use this ending. So conozco with the Z sounding like an S. So tú conoces,
Conoces.
él conoce,
Conoce.
nosotros conocemos,
Conocemos.
ellos conocen.
Conocen.
Okay, so we've got the idea how to conjugate the verb conocer. ¿Conoces muchos países? So, ¿conoces muchos países? Do you know a lot of countries? When conoces is used to talk about a city or country, it means to be familiar with. So, like we've just heard, so it's not only to know, but it's also to be familiar with. I'm yawning, sorry. My apologies. Bit tired today. So nosotros conocemos Nueva York. So we are familiar with New York. So to be familiar with, there is a verb to be acquainted. Acquainted. So we can say that we are acquainted with this. We are familiar with this. So nosotros somos how to say this? Nosotros nos conocemos. If I say nosotros nos conocemos, does it mean that we are acquainted? I think it means that, just that, yeah. So When conocer means to know or meet a person, it's always followed by a. So the correct form would be nosotros nos conozcos, no, sorry. Nosotros nos conocemos a otro, maybe. If I can say like we are acquainted to each other. But conoces a Héctor?
¿Conoces a Héctor?
Héctor, it's not Hector, but Héctor. Conoces a Héctor? So do you know Héctor? Or do you know him or have you met him? Okay, guys, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired and not very energetic, but I think that it doesn't matter. We still have to do this lesson. Which of these is the teacher? El maestro,
El
of course.
maestro.
And which of these is Germany, Alemania?
Alemania.
And
¿Tú conoces a mi padre?
Pedro, ¿tú conoces a mi padre? So Pedro, do you know my conoces a mi padre? Do you know my father? ¿Tú conoces a mi padre? Which of these is the doctor, el médico?
El médico. ¿Qué
And
países conoces?
¿Qué países?
Países.
¿Qué países conoces? So what countries? Sorry. ¿Qué país? What countries are you familiar with? We can say this like that.
Mis
Okay.
abuelos conocen a mi maestro.
Mis abuelos conocen a mi maestro. So they met him or they know him. So my grandparents know my teacher.
Las maestras conocen a mi madre.
Las maestras conocen a mi madre. So it means that the teachers know my mother. Good.
Nosotros conocemos a tu hermano.
Nosotros conocemos a tu hermano. Nosotros conocemos a tu hermano. So nosotros, we know tu hermano, your brother. Simply.
Queremos conocer a tu novia.
Queremos conocer a tu novia. So queremos, it means that we want to to meet your girlfriend, novia.
Los maestros conocen a los estudiantes muy bien.
Los maestros conocen a los estudiantes muy bien. So the teachers know the students very well. This is no big deal.
Queremos conocer a tu novia.
Speak this sentence. Queremos conocer a tu novia. Queremos conocer. Very
Yo
easy.
conozco a tu jefe.
Yo conozco a tu jefe. Jefe means boss. So yo conozco a tu jefe. I know your boss. Just
Yo no
that.
conozco a esas médicas.
Yo no conozco a esas médicas. I don't know a esas médicas. Those doctors. Yo no conozco a esas médicas. I don't know those doctors. That's how. So esas is not estas, so it's those. How do you say doctors? Médicas, of course.
Médicas. Roberto conoce este país muy bien.
Roberto conoce este país muy bien. What does that mean? Roberto is familiar with this. Is very familiar, I would say. Is very familiar with this country. Este país. Roberto conoce este país muy bien. Roberto is very familiar with this country. Roberto conoce
conoce
este
el
país
país
muy
muy
bien. Bien.
bien.
Very nice, very good. So we know Germany very well. Nosotros conocemos
Nos conocemos.
Alemania
Alemania.
muy bien.
Bien.
Okay, I got it perfect, which gives me all the points. And as you can see now, I have an 18-day strike, which is very nice. And so I am motivated, of course, to keep all the flames for very, very, very long time till I'm done learning, I guess, which is when I have a level in Spanish that would be um, too good for this application. So now I am also in this league, which is the Emerald League, sorry, Emerald League, and I'm ranking 12 now. I'm at the 12th place, and if I want to get into the next league, I still have to be among the 10 first in this league. So now I'm learning two languages. So if you want, you can also check my Russian language learning videos, and if you're interested, of course. All right, so let's continue. We were talking about what? About community, I guess. Yes, so let's do another exercise. We still have three more exercise, and we're doing pretty good with the time. Which of these is people? La
La
gente.
gente.
Maybe for you it's a
Mi esposo
new
conoce
word.
muchos lugares aquí.
So la gente is not a new word for me because, like I said, I'm a false beginner. I've been studying Spanish on my own for quite a long time. To translate the sentence, mi esposo conoce muchos lugares aquí. Mi esposo, my husband, is familiar with many places here. Lugar, it's also a new word for some
Lugares.
places.
Lugares.
Lugares, it's the plural form.
Conozco
And
muchas partes de esta ciudad.
translate the sentence. Conozco muchas partes de esta ciudad. Ciudad is the city, partes is parts. Yeah. Conozco. I am familiar with many parts of the city. So conozco muchas partes de esta ciudad.
Yo siempre visito a mis padres.
Yo siempre visito. ¿Visito o visito?
Visito. Visito. Visito.
Visito, ¿ya? Yo siempre visito a mis padres. Padres, parents. So I always visit my parents. A mis padres.
Me encanta
So
este pueblo porque es muy diferente.
the a is very important here. So it means that I always meet with my parents. And me encanta este pueblo. Pueblo is a town porque es muy diferente. ¿Por qué? Because it's very different. So me encanta. It means I love. I love this town because it's very different. Nice.
Los
And
maestros conocen países diferentes.
los maestros conocen países diferentes. So the teachers are familiar with different countries. That's quite
Muchos
easy.
pueblos de Alemania son bonitos.
Muchos pueblos de Alemania son bonitos. Muchos, many towns. So many towns in Germany or wow. So muchos is many, yeah. Many towns in Germany are pretty. So that's how it is. And
Nosotros visitamos a mi abuela a veces.
we didn't say much because it's countable as a noun. It's a countable noun, so we have to use many. Much is for an uncountable noun. So let's continue. Nosotros visitamos a mi abuela a veces. A veces is sometimes. Nosotros visitamos, we visit my grandmother, a veces, sometimes. Okay.
Yo no conozco este lugar.
Yo no conozco este lugar, so I'm not familiar with this place. I'm not familiar with this place.
Fernanda visita a Juan en el hospital.
Fernanda visita a Juan en el hospital. So Fernanda is visiting. We can say it like this also. It's like present progressive. And Fernanda visita a Juan in the hospital. Oh, where did I? Oh, I miss Juan. Oh.
Las chicas visitan a sus amigas hoy.
Las chicas visitan a sus amigas hoy. So the girls are visiting their friends, sus amigas, hoy, today.
Me gusta visitar a mis abuelos.
Me gusta visitar. I like to visit I like visiting my grandparents. I like visiting my grandparents. That's how you should say it. Stative verb. To visitar.
¿Qué días visitas a tus abuelos?
¿Qué días visitas a tus abuelos? ¿Qué días? What days? Yeah. What days are you visiting your grandparents?
Esta parte del pueblo es muy bonita.
Esta parte del pueblo es muy bonita. This part of the town is very pretty, bonita.
Ana quiere visitar más pueblos.
Ana quiere visitar más pueblos. Very easy.
Quiero visitar ese lugar.
More, más is more. Quiero, perdón. Quiero visitar este lugar. Quiero visitar. There you go. I want to visit that place.
Fernanda visita a Juan en el hospital.
Was it este? O eso? ¿Eso lugar? Ese lugar? What was it? I can't remember. But okay, got it right. Fernanda visita a Juan in the hospital. So this is a mistake I made. So Fernanda is visiting Juan in the hospital. So I lost 2 XP just for one error. That was very strict. I think they could have been a little bit more lenient. I mean, okay, so how are we doing with the time? We still have about 12 minutes for this video. So let's do the third exercise. So we are midway, but we still have we have 10 minutes, a little bit more, 12 minutes, and we have 2 exercises, which means that we're halfway. Which of these is the children? Los niños.
Los niños.
Mi esposo llama a su madre a menudo.
Mi esposo llama a su madre a menudo. A menudo is often. A menudo, if you remember. Mi esposo, my husband. Llama, it's to call. Calls. So, llamar. Mi esposo llama a su madre. Calls his mother often.
Yo conozco algunos países de África.
Yo conozco algunos. This is a word that I've been using quite a lot in my notes. So algunos is just some. We have seen unas, which also means some, but algunos means some. Also, just like aquel. Aquel means also that, but there is some nuances. So algunos, yo conozco algunos. So I know some countries from Africa. País de África. African countries. Yeah. How can I explain the difference between unos and unas? I think you can say unas chicas, unas chicas, unas chicas, unas chicas son aquí. I think it's possible. You can say some girls are here, but you will not say algunas chicas, for example. But okay, let's see how it works. So I am familiar with some countries in Africa. So I am familiar with, yeah.
Dúo ayuda a los estudiantes de español.
Ayudar, to help. So dúo ayuda a los estudiantes de español. So dúo helps. Ayuda a. So this is also this preposition. Visitará, ayudar a los estudiantes. So dúo helps. Spanish I would like to say dúo helps Spanish students just like this. I don't need of, I don't need why, I think that's as simple as that.
Yo llamo a mamá todos los días.
Yo llamo a mamá todos los días. So every day. So every day I call mom every day. And
Yo siempre ayudo a mis padres.
yo siempre ayudo a mis padres. So a mis padres, my parents. So I always ayudo. It's help my parents. A mis padres. It's
¿Tú
ayudar
ayudas a tu mamá todos los días?
Tú ayudas a tu mamá todos los días. So do you help your mom every day? So it's a question.
Nosotros ayudamos a mucha gente.
Nosotros ayudamos a mucha gente. La gente. It's a feminine now. So nosotros ayudamos. So we help people, a lot of people. A lot of people. We help lots of people. We can say we'll help lots. We help lots of people. We help lots of people, or we help a lot of people. So that's where sometimes you have to see the verb. We help. I can help you. I can help a lot of people. I can help lots of people. What's the difference between a lot and lots? So that's the beauty of grammar,
Las
guys.
niñas visitan a su abuela.
Translate this sentence. Las niñas visitan a su abuela. The girls visit then a su abuela. Visit their abuela, grandmother.
Mi padre necesita llamar a mi hermana.
Mi padre necesita llamar a mi hermana. So my father needs to call my sister. That's how it is.
Nosotros llamamos a Diego en la noche.
Nosotros llamamos a Diego en la noche. So we call, yeah. We call Diego, llamar. We have seen a lot of verbs now that needs really this preposition a, ayudar a, visitar a, llamar a. And I think there are some others. But of the verbs, nosotros llamamos a Diego en la noche. When? En la noche, at night.
¿Cuándo llamas a tu hermano?
Cuando llamas a tu hermana, when are you calling? This is when are you calling? When are you calling your brother?
Necesito ayudar a mis hermanos.
Necesito ayudar a mis hermanos. I need to help whom? I need to help my siblings. So,
Usualmente visito a mis abuelos los domingos.
usualmente, this is also a new word. Usualmente, it's kind of a menudo, often, or usually. It's not the same. It's not the same. Often and usually it's not the same. So usually it's just like that's the trend, yeah, that's the trend. But often it's more like the frequency. So it's not the same. Usualmente visito a mis abuelos los domingos. Yeah. So usually I visit mis abuelos, grandparents on Sundays. Yes.
Usualmente ayudamos a mamá en la mañana.
Usualmente ayudamos a mamá en la mañana.
Mañana.
Yes. And translate this sentence. The girl is familiar with some cities in Germany. So how are you going to here we don't need I'm yawning again, I'm sorry. But the girl is familiar with some cities in Germany. So la chica conoce conoce algunos de algunas because it's a student. Algunas conoce algunas ciudades de
Alemania.
Alemania. It's kind of hard to say, but let's say it once again. La chica conoce algunas ciudades de Alemania. La chica conoce algunas ciudades de Alemania. Sorry. Okay, one last. So now we have to translate this sentence. The teachers help the students. The teachers, los maestros, ayudan a los estudiantes. It's
Ayuda.
It's not good.
Ayudan.
You know why? Exactly. Because you have to conjugate with the right, correctly. You have to conjugate correctly. Los maestros ayudan a los estudiantes. Here you go. Another perfect. And so we have one last. So I think today, just very tired. But let's do the last exercise, guy. So we're almost there. So which of these is the TV? La tele.
La tele. Yo enseño inglés a mi hermano menor.
So this is to teach. Enseñar. Yo enseño. Tú enseñas. Tú enseñas. Tú enseñas. Él enseña. So yo enseño inglés a mi hermano menor. Menor, it's younger. My younger. Menor. We have seen this. Menor means younger. So I am teaching. It's also present progressive English to my younger brother.
¿Tú amas a Diego?
Tú amas. This is a new verb. We have seen gustar. Me gusta cervezas, which is not true. Yo no me gusta cervezas. I don't like beers because I have a problem with my stomach later. So this is like, and then we have seen encantar. Encantar, it's to love, and this is to love things, but not people. Yeah. So if I say me encanta tocar, la guitarra. So I like to play the guitar. So this is I love to play the guitar. Me encanta tocar la guitarra. But now I want to say that I love someone. It's not encantar, but amar. Amar, it's to love. Tu amas a Diego, another verb. So you have to say to whom. I love I love whom? Whom do I love? Yeah. I'm in love with whom? It's not I'm in love. It's more I love whom? It's not I love who. So it's kind of you know, it's I'm trying to find the logic behind. So I love you. So you it's an object pronoun here. It's not the subject pronoun. Yeah. Well, sometimes you have a direct object pronoun and indirect object pronoun. So we have to say this. So, but here I think it's direct. I love whom? I love you. Who do you love? 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 Ah, this is indirect, I think. Who do you love? Who do you love? It's not whom do you love. It's who do you love. Yes, but yes, that's the problem. Who do you love? I love you. I love you. I love them. Them. hmm So it's an object. Object pronoun. No, I love them. I love him. Guys, let me think about this. Yes, so I just wanted to think a little bit outside this because if I say I love her, I love him, I love them, so it's all how to say they are all object pronouns. It's not his, it's not her. Well, he is her, but them and their, it's not possessive adjectives. Yeah, here. But we have to be careful here because in Spanish I know they're all a little bit more nouns than you know than in English. Tu amas a Diego? So tu amas a Diego? Do you love Diego?
¿Por qué
Okay,
no
let's.
quieres ver a Diego hoy?
¿Por qué no quieres ver to see? Why don't you want to see a Diego? So vera, another verb where you have to say a Diego. To see whom? Who do you want to see? To see whom or to see who? To see whom? I think you say whom do you love or who do you love? Who do you love? It's who do you love. It's not whom do you love. With whom? Yeah, normally you say I talk with him, but I love him, but I talk to him and with him. So I talk with whom? I talk with him. But if I say I took him, so maybe that's where you can differentiate between the direct and indirect. I gave him the book. To whom? So this is indirect because I gave what? I gave the book. The action is on the book, but to whom? I gave it to. This is a kind of a possessive. Yeah. It's not genitive. I had a lesson on this because genitive. Yeah, it's not genitive. But it's a possessive pronouns. We're talking about possessive pronouns here. So I gave him. This is indirect. It's an indirect object pronoun. I gave him the book. I gave him the book, and I love him. I love him. So the action is on him. Oh, I love you, I love him, I love me, I love me. You love yourself. I love myself. Oh, this is a reflexive pronouns. Why do I want to go outside this? Just because I want to put some order in my head, I guess. So, do you love yourself? Yeah, I love myself. So this is, the action is on me, and this is reflexive now. This is a reflexive now. So if I say I love you, the action is on you, so you are the object pronoun. So is it direct? Yes, it is a direct object pronoun. ¿Por qué no quieres ver a Diego? So why do you say I am calling you, yeah? But why do you have to say a Diego? Not ver Diego. So let's translate this. Why don't you want to see Diego today? To see. I want to see. I want to meet with him. I'm meeting with him. With whom do you want to meet? But who do you want to see? Who do you want to see? It's not whom do you want to see. Yes, I love you. Who do you want? Who do you love? So I want to see you. I want to see you. But if you want to say no quieres ver, I don't want to see him today. Sorry. Who you don't want to see today? Who you don't want to see today? Who you want to see today? Who do you want to see? Who do you want to see? Who don't you want to see? You don't want to see him. Don't you want to see? who do, who don't you want to see? We don't say this. It's getting weird. Alright guys, ¿por qué no quieres ver? Who don't you want to see? Or don't you want to see? No. Who don't you want to see today? Who don't you want to see today? Yeah, of course the verb comes before the pronoun, the object pronoun. The subject pronoun, sorry. So why, ¿por qué no quieres ver a Diego hoy? Why don't you? Oh, I already did everything. Why? I'm just tired, guys. Why don't you want to see Diego today? All
¿Tú
right.
enseñas español a las niñas?
¿Tú enseñas español a las niñas? This is a question. Are you teaching what? Spanish to the girls?
Ellos
Enseñar.
enseñan español a mi hijo.
Enseñar is to teach, yeah. Ellos enseñan español a mi hijo. Mi hijo is my son. So ellos are teaching Spanish. They are teaching Spanish. They are teaching my son Spanish. They are teaching him. They are teaching. I was thinking they are teaching Spanish to my son. Can you teach me Spanish? Yeah, that's yeah. I think that's not a correct sentence. I think to teach. Can you teach to him? You don't say this. You say can you teach him? You don't say can you teach to him? Yeah. But here we say to him. Yeah. Ellos to see to him or to meet with him. To meet to him, no. No. So ellos enseñar a quién, to whom. So enseñar a quién. So we just have to get used to this form of. Oh my God, sorry, just have to get back there. So they are teaching my son Spanish. Good.
Nosotros enseñamos francés a Juan.
Nosotros enseñamos francés a Juan. So nosotros, we are doing what? We are teaching. We are teaching French. Why can't we say we are teaching Juan French? It's good. But I think if you would say we are teaching French to Juan, it's not.
Los padres
so good.
necesitan amar a sus hijos.
Los padres necesitan amar a sus hijos. Los padres, the parents. Los padres, parents, basically. Los padres, los padres necesitan, need to love, amar a sus hijos, the children.
Dúo enseña español muy bien.
Dúo enseña español muy bien. So Dúo teaches Spanish very well. That's it.
Amamos la playa.
It's an adverb. So amamos la playa. Amamos la playa. So we love what? Usually we say me encanta la playa. Amamos, it's like, we love. But well, maybe we can also, yeah. Amamos la playa, we love the beach. El mar, it's the sea, yeah. So
Nosotros vemos a nuestros hijos hoy.
nosotros vemos a nuestros hijos hoy. So nosotros vemos, we are seeing a nuestros, sorry, our, today.
Alberto ama a Fernanda.
Alberto ama a Fernanda. So Alberto loves Fernanda.
¿Quieres enseñar español a la niña?
¿Quieres enseñar español a la niña? Do you want to teach Spanish? Do you want to teach the girl Spanish? Do you want to teach the girl Spanish? So I again try my best not to use to. Do you want to teach Spanish to the girl? That could be a form of saying it, yes. Do you want to teach Spanish to the girl? Do you want to teach the girl Spanish? Word order is very important in English and in all languages. So have to know where you can put the object and the direct object and the indirect object, so of the verb. So that's what it's all about. So I think if I would put do you want to teach Spanish to the girl,
Ellos ven a sus amigos en la
it would
fiesta.
also be correct. But do you want to teach the girl Spanish? Teach the girl Spanish. Teach the girl Spanish, yeah. Ellos ven a sus amigos en la fiesta. Ellos ven, so they ven, it's vengo, it's to come, I guess. Ven, veo. A ver, it's the verb ver. So vemos, nos vemos. Yes, vemos, ven. Ellos ven a sus. Ven is to see.
Ven.
So ellos ven, they are seeing and sus amigos en la fiesta. They are saying sus amigas, so friends, at the party.
Amo los deportes.
Amo los deportes. Deportes is just sport, so sports. I love sports. Easy. And what? Translate this sentence. When do you see your mother again? So cuando.
¿Cuándo?
Cuando tú
¿Ves?
ves a
A.
cuando tú ves a madre, because I wanted to say cuando tú ves a tu madre otra vez, but now I don't see this tú.
A. ¿Ves? Tú.
When do tú ves
¿Ves? A.
well, now it's getting, because ver, cuando tú vas a ver, when are you going to? Cuando tú vas a ver a tu madre otra vez. But here there's something missing, guys. That's how I feel. Cuando tú ves a tú ves a madre
Madre.
otra vez.
Ver.
Otra vez.
¿Ves?
So cuando. Oh, yes, of course, it's not two object pronoun, it's subject pronoun. It's. Oh my god, that was so tricky. I see my. Well, just because, I was not very. How to. Alert, I guess. So I see my boyfriend every day. So yo veo
Veo
a mi
a mi
novio
novio
todos los días.
días.
And when do you see your? So it's so easy.
¿Cuándo?
Cuando ves a tu madre otra vez.
¿Ves?
So, oh, great! I didn't lose any point for this mistake. Good. So I got one. So this lesson was a very long lesson. My apologies. It's all about this direct object pronoun and indirect object pronoun. I saw something about it and it's just got stuck in my head. So I really needed to clarify on this. So, guys, I really hope that you appreciate this video. And of course, I'm learning many languages, and even though I can speak English, but I'm still learning it because it's not it's not my native language, my mother tongue, and of course, because I'm teaching English, I am an English teacher, so I need to know everything about the language, basically. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. You're kindly invited to do so, and why not to share my videos with your friends. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye. Adios.